Okay, the meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Hamilton Gazette, and has been posted on the bulletin boards in the County Office Building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater Building in Northfield, and the County Clerk's Office in Mays Landing. And so we have to go first.
I do.
Okay, I'm just going to say, while we do the prayer, I ask that we include the families of Frank Campa, longtime Atlantic City Athletic Director, and also Rabbi Geller, spiritual leader for more than 3 decades in Market, in our thoughts, and our prayers.
Also, we can add Commissioner Corson. I know he's been a little sick and shut in.
Thank you.
Lord God, we ask for your blessing on this meeting and all those assembled here. May our actions be righteous and kind, and may we always be mindful of our obligations to each other and to you. Amen.
Stand and face the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we'll have roll call.
Chairwoman, Commissioner Corsi is unable to attend today. Commissioner Bertino is attending virtually.
Thank you.
Ballas?
Present.
Bertino?
Here.
Burns?
Here.
Days?
I believe he said he was going to be a little
Oh,
running
yes.
late.
Gatto?
Here.
Parker?
Present.
Risley?
Here.
Kern?
Here. Commissioners have had an opportunity to review the minutes from April 16th, 2024. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the April 16th, 2024 minutes as presented.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Parker. And we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Gatto? Yes. Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Anyone attending in person who would like to speak regarding an agenda item or a public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town where you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you're attending virtually and would like to speak, please raise your hand during the agenda item or a public comment at the end. I will call upon your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town you reside. You will also be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. Now, do we have everyone here for the presentation?
I don't see Hector. Hector's not.
Hector, where'd he go?
He walked down the hallway and
My
disappeared.
goodness.
We're going to track them down.
Yes, please. We are going to be recognizing the Egg Harbor Township PAL Robotics Team, 2024 First Tech Challenge, New Jersey Deep South Region Alliance Champions, New Jersey Alliance State Champions, 10th Place Division Finish World Championship. What do we have here, Joe?
Put it on top of the box so they can see it.
Watch out there.
Yeah, see it over there?
Yeah, we see it.
Why don't you two go over there, and Victor, why don't you stay here and explain to them what the robot does? Okay. Victor's in 8th grade, by the way.
Yes.
Oh,
So, this robot competes in the First Tech Challenge. It's an international competition where over 7,000 teams worldwide participate. Every year we are given a challenge and we are supposed to engineer a robot that completes that challenge. It's a game and you're trying to score the most amount of points. This year we had to pick up these hexagonal discs and place them in specific patterns on this slanted backdrop. And we were so good at that we made it to the World Championship, competed against 224 teams from over 25 different countries, and we ended up placing 10th. Don't worry, everybody does that. You're all right.
are we doing anything else with the robot?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
I just wanted to show it to you. You know, this is our, what, 10th year?
11th year as a team.
So most of these guys are rookies or middle schoolers in their second years. So
Incredible.
very
Incredible.
talented and good outcome for
And the
you.
program has been winning. It's had success over the years, correct?
We, our 11th season, we've qualified for the World Championship 8 times. Of course, some of those years were COVID years. And of course, that'll make you think, oh, wow, it can't be all that hard to make it to the World Championship. There are a legit 7,000 plus teams worldwide. There were 25 different countries represented in this event. In our division alone, there were 17 different countries. And it is really quite difficult to qualify for the World Championship. It is very difficult just to get, in the state of New Jersey, just to get to the state championship. And so these kids are, I'd like to say they're a testament to how great PAL is, but the reality is they have fantastic families, a lot of which are here, and the foundation for them starts in our schools. And we are very fortunate in South Jersey and Atlantic County to have some of the best schools around. And PAL really just takes those kids that really, really, really want to excel, and we give them a platform to do that. And the only engineer on our mentor staff is Steve, who is he's got a long history of working for NASA and other things. But his contribution for the team is on the business side, and so the kids kind of really teach themselves, and all we really do at PAL is facilitate their advancement. And
You have to turn it on.
Oh.
Yeah, and mostly that's for the people that are attending virtually.
That's what it
You wanna
was.
start all
While they
over?
figure out
That's on television.
8 teams in the world have qualified for World Championship 6 times. Just want to say 8 teams on Earth have qualified for the World Championship 6 times in a row. This is one of those 8.
Wow.
From New Jersey. He's off to college now. We've got a number of kids in engineering education out there. And these guys, they can't figure out why the best team in New Jersey is out of South Jersey. Because Princeton and the New York suburbs were supposed to be where all the good engineering schools are. But it's not.
Well, you both, do so much with the PAL, and great organization. I was there to see some of them in the past that were going off. Where's the ladies? There's been a few women before.
We lost all our girls last year. We lost almost our entire team. Almost the entire team graduated. We lost 8 of 15, and in reality this was supposed to be our rebuild year. And the first half
We'll get the
was pretty
information
much a pretty sad rebuild year. And they, I'd like to say the mentors pulled it together. And it was really an incredible feat, especially when you think that 3 of the kids here are 8th graders, right? And almost every other kid on the team was brand new.
Wow.
And
That's
this group has a very bright future ahead of them. We have finished as high as 2nd in the world, haven't quite won it yet, but I have confidence that before this group graduates, hopefully they bring the world championship title back to Atlantic County.
It's going to happen. And you have a number of schools represented here.
Yeah, is it okay? Can they introduce themselves in my school?
My name is Vikram Bansal. I go to Bellhaven Middle School.
I'm Joseph McCabe. I go to Mainland Regional High School.
I'm Ethan Roy. I also go to Mainland Regional High School.
I'm Stefan Dragos. I'm a freshman at St. Augustine Prep.
I'm Josh Pack. I go to St. Augustine Prep.
I'm Maxwell Shalou. I go to Bellhaven Middle School.
Very nice.
We have 3 EHT and 1 University Township as well.
Cover some
They
ground
couldn't
in
make
Atlantic
it.
County.
And while we're here recognizing this team, if we could just take a minute to recognize Myth and Joey, who were part of the national band, marching bands from mainland. And maybe recognize them a little bit, give them on that side. If you help me to bring all of that in, right?
We wouldn't mind now. Cool drums.
That would be tough, right?
We would like to get a photo op. Can we try to bring them up here?
guys want to sign the robot? You're ready to send it.
You guys want to scoot back there? What time?
Gotta scale it up.
Hector, you and Steve want to hold this robot?
It's pretty heavy, Frank.
At least come in the picture.
Can you see it? Can you not? It'd be nice if you could see the robot.
It wouldn't be in the picture, no.
Yeah, you guys can hold the robot here. Can you guys?
Yeah, why not take, that's a good idea.
I don't need to be in the picture, it's for the kids.
I know.
You guys got it? Don't break it, we still need it.
Yeah, you should definitely. Everyone, stand up with it. Yeah, okay.
Please don't break the robot, we still need it.
He's on the right.
Okay. Make her good. All right.
Good?
Congratulations, congratulations.
I don't know, since we're...
I just have one question for the crew.
Hold on.
Is there anything that we can do or that you need to help you get to #1 next time?
That's a great question, but you know, let's pose that to the team and let them think about that.
Okay.
I can tell you that this group is already focused on next year. I mean, they were back a couple of days and they were already working hard. And they're really a smart group. You know, I'm sometimes amazed by the ideas that they come up with. And like I said, this year was a rebuild year, and for half the year, man, it was tough. And something happened. They turned on the magic, and they really, I mean, look at that thing. That is the best looking robot that our team's ever built. And at the World Championship, I think that it was the best looking, and it almost to the point that it looked like it was professionally built. You know what I mean? And that is, you know, I love it when everybody says, well, the mentors built it. I can tell you that none of our mentors know how to CAD. We do not know how to program. We do not know how to 3D print. All we really know how to do is to facilitate their discovery. And the rest is really up to them, and they kind of push themselves, and all we do is give them the opportunity. And so, and they're doing a great job. So.
We're behind you.
Hector was shy. I'm going to throw one in. So you guys see that we're in the standard white T-shirts, and mostly the higher end teams at Worlds are in professional looking jerseys and whatnot. We rebuilt this year with the talent of the team, but we need sponsors. So if you know engineering companies that are looking to sponsor a team that are willing to have, you know, company logos across the back, we operate like a NASCAR team. And we're out at these things with drivers and a pit crew, and we have no problem putting company logos on our team shirts.
Right.
And ironically enough,
That's
the
information we can
theme
certainly
this
help
year is an ocean theme.
Yes, which we have an advantage with. Yes.
I don't know, it seems kind of appropriate, so.
Like it.
Sounds like the Ocean Casino should step up.
Yeah, or Ocean First.
Or ocean.
We're starting on this.
Ocean City Exchange. That's actually I think we're going to try to do. We're trying to get all these sponsors with Ocean in their name.
Awesome. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yep.
But keep us in mind, get us
All
the
right.
information, because we're behind you all the way.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Celebrate.
So, all right, guys, let's wrap up the robot. Let's not break anything. Put it in the box so that they can get down the business in here. Gotcha. Yeah, bring it out. Okay, this guy. Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Oh, yeah?
Congratulations, that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to our regular business. Ordinance number 4.
Ordinance consenting to ordinance number 6 of 2024 of the City of Summers Point entitled, "An Ordinance Enacted Under Authority of NJSA 39:4-197, Regulating the Parking of Vehicles on Certain Streets and Portions Thereof, Amending and Supplementing the Summers Point Municipal Code, Chapter 250, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 1, Section 250-24.1, Schedule 1A, and repealing all ordinances heretofore adopted and the provisions of which are inconsistent herewith." First reading.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Risley. This is the first reading, so there's no public comment at this time. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair, just to highlight, this was at the request of the City of Summers Point, and it's to prevent parking in front of a pumping station.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, well, call the roll.
Alice?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. This brings us to ordinance 5 for first reading.
Ordinance consenting to ordinance number 2122 of 2023 of the Township of Galloway entitled, "An Ordinance Repealing and Revising Portions of Section 319-35 Bus Stops." First reading.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. We now go to resolution 201.
Amending resolution number 511 adopted on September 19, 2023, a grant from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention for the Community COVID-19 Response Grant to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 202, please.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Human Services for the Personal Assistance Services Program, amount not to exceed $44,208.
Move. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 203, please.
Grant agreement with the South Jersey Transportation Authority for the fiscal year 2025 Sub-Regional Transportation Planning Work Program, funded amount $113,600, county in-kind match $28,400.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 204.
Amending resolution number 431 adopted on August 15, 2023, a grant from the New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission to accept innovations funding to include the grant award number, amount not to exceed $120,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Bell, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 205.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Military and Veterans Affairs for the Veterans Transportation Assistance Program, amount not to exceed $17,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Motion carries. Resolution 206.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of State Division of Elections for the 2023 Primary General Election Day Grant, amount not to exceed $95,870.83.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 207, please.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Transit applying for the Job Access Reverse Commute Program, funded amount from NJ JARC $220,000. Funded amount from LTPF, $220,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? May we have roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. We'll start our professional service agreements with Resolution 208.
Professional services agreement with various firms to establish a 2024-2025 appraisal services pool, amount not to exceed $135,000.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? May we have roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 209.
Professional services agreement with PS&S LLC for the provision of land planning services for Atlantic County, amount not to exceed $9,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? May we have roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Our competitive contracts start with Resolution 210.
Competitive contract with Jewish Family Services for discharge planning and reentry services for inmates of the Atlantic County Justice Facility, amount not to exceed $882,757.
Move.
Second. Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner?
Just want to highlight, the warden did a great job kind of highlighting for us, I guess, some newly enacted laws around discharge planning and reentry for people leaving the jail. And thankfully, Jewish Family Services has kind of stepped up to help facilitate that. We don't have that kind of staff in our jails to do so. So just wanted to highlight that there's a lot of good work happening there, but a lot of work that was just kind of recently thrust upon us to do. So.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Do we have roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 211 under bid contract.
Bid contract with Rich Fire Protection to provide fire sprinkler head replacement, fire equipment inspections, and miscellaneous repair, amount not to exceed $117,740.
Move.
Second. Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Under change orders, we start with Resolution 212.
Change order number 2 and final contract with Arthur R. Henry Incorporated for traffic signalization at the intersection of Pomona Road, County Route 575 and Barrett King Ferris Drive in Galloway Township, net decrease $57,735.65.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Risley, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair, just briefly. Jerry, I know initially there was some, I know, and this says second change in order final, but there's some concerns, I think, with the joins and some of the other work done out there. Is this, the county satisfied that everything has been?
Yes, yeah, everything was corrected, and if you remember, one of the issues where the curbs were a little bit higher than the standard.
Right.
That's all been corrected.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 213.
Change order number 1, a contract with South State Incorporated for the 2022 Drainage Improvement Project to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Fortino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 214.
Change order number 1, a contract with Arawak Paving Company Incorporated for the 2022 Highway Improvement Program to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here
Madam
none.
Chair.
Oh, Commissioner Fortino.
Yes, thank you. Just, Jerry, could you have Doug explain why we're, the 2022 Highway Improvement Fund, why we're extending the date?
Yes, Doug is there. Doug, you there? Did you hear the request?
Yeah, so we're extending the date on this one because of a utility pole that needs to be relocated by Atlantic City Electric on Ocean Heights Avenue, right next to the bridge. It's in the way of our guide rail installation, and we've been having some issues getting that moved by Atlantic City Electric. It's my understanding that they are now ready to move that, and they're submitting a permit to move that pole. So we should be able to finish the project shortly.
I was gonna ask if that was gonna cause another delay in completion of that project. But you feel confident that they will not?
Yeah, I talking to our construction manager, he feels that they should be able to complete the project within a month.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commissioner comments? Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Patino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 215.
Alternate method contract with Election Systems and Software for the provision of election day test support, pre-election testing of voting machines and electronic poll books, amount not to exceed $311,148.
Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 217.
216.
216.
EUS contract with Insurance Agencies Incorporated to purchase a policy which will reduce the named storm wind deductible, amount not to exceed $40,944.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 217.
EUS contract with Insurance Agencies Incorporated to obtain flood insurance for the Atlantic County Animal Shelter, amount not to exceed $2,586.
Second. Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 218.
Alternate method contract with Jewish Family Services for the provision of mental health services to youth at Harbor Fields, amount not to exceed $32,864.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker.
Ballas.
Commissioner Ballas, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 219, please.
Business Associate Agreement with the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Disability Services, and the Atlantic County Division of Intergenerational Services to be included with the 2024-2025 Personal Assistance Services Program Grant.
Moved. Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 220.
Resolution to comply with the Department of Human Services requirement for a standardized board resolution to be filed with the 2024-2025 PASP grant by the Atlantic County Division of Intergenerational Services.
Moved.
Second. Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Grizzly,
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 221, please.
Consent to assignment of architectural agreements from Basica Associates, Limited Liability Company, to Paulus Sokolowski and Sarter, Limited Liability Company, for the Facilities Management Warehouse and the Animal Shelter Noise Reduction Projects.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, any roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 222, please.
Amending Resolution Number 716, adopted on December 19, 2023, an interlocal agreement with the Atlantic County Improvement Authority to award the contract to Hughes Electric Company for the new generator at the Atlantic County Animal Shelter, net increase $473,600.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 223.
Public donor agreement with the Atlantic County Women's Center doing business as Avanzar to provide an in-kind contribution of services amount not to exceed $69,058.76.
Moved. Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to Resolution 224.
Emergency contract with Landberg Construction, Limited Liability Company, to address a sinkhole and conduct repairs within the street of Smithville, Port Republic Road, County Route 610 in Port Republic, amount not to exceed $59,100.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino? Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 225.
Amending Resolution Number 91, adopted on February 21st, 2023, an agreement with the Atlantic City Electric and the Atlantic County Workforce Development Board to support workforce development initiatives to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 226.
Alternate method contract with all shifts for the provision of temporary nursing staffing at Meadowview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, amount not to exceed $307,369.25.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 227.
Interlocal agreement with South Jersey Transportation Authority for the continuation of the community shuttle services along the Route 54-40 corridor between Richland and Hamilton, amount not to exceed $350,471.47.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Motion carries. Resolution 228.
Intergovernmental agreement to provide detention diversion coordinator services funded through the State of New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission, amount not to exceed $20,000.
Second. Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Grizzly?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 229, please.
Intergovernmental agreement to provide the Family Crisis Intervention Unit funded through the State of New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission, amount not to exceed $151,144.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yeah.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Motion carries. Resolution 230.
Intergovernmental agreement to provide a HEDS electronic monitoring program funded through the State of New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission, amount not to exceed $65,222.
Moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Ballas, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Patino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 231, please.
Intergovernmental agreement with the Atlantic County Division of Probation for the Enhanced Outcome-Based Supervision Support Program, amount not to exceed $5,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? We'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 232.
Agreement with the Youth Advocate Program for the Community Engagement Committee funded through the State of New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission, amount not to exceed $14,820.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Patino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 233.
Professional services agreement with Maldonado Britt and Associates LLP for the provision of psychological evaluation and treatment for adolescent sex offenders, amount not to exceed $15,750.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yeah.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 234.
Shared services agreement with Ocean County to place Atlantic County youth at the Ocean County Juvenile Detention Center, amount not to exceed $474,500.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments? Commissioner Bell.
Yeah, through you to Jerry. Jerry, any luck with the state approving the expansion of Harbor Fields, or are they still shooting that down?
They're not agreeing with the request we made.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're spending money.
Good to know.
Just keep spending money.
Yeah.
That's out of county.
Any other commissioner comments? Okay, seeing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 235 to 238, chapter 159.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments? Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions number 239 to 240, which is our involved appointments.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. Any other commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Again, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 241 to 248, roadway solicitation.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Gatto. Any commissioner comments?
Get your spare change ready.
No streets to drive on.
Paper, they want paper.
Get your spare paper ready.
Any
Start taking
comments from the
credit
public?
cards yet?
Yeah, they
Is that
Venmo,
drops?
they should be doing something like that, right? We'll back it up. No, Commissioner Cook, nothing from the public, okay, we'll have a roll call.
Alice.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yeah.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to our sponsors, and we have Resolution 249.
Recognizing May 2024 as Mental Health Awareness Month, sponsor Maureen Kern.
Moved.
Second. I have moved by Commissioner Gatto, second by Commissioner Kern, Commissioner Burns. Yeah, this is, at this time, I just really want to commend our mental health group. They are the advisory group. There's quite a few of them involved in this, and they are extremely dedicated to the mental health throughout our community, and especially getting the word out of all the services that we have. Any other commissioner comments? Okay, anything from the public? Roll call.
Alice.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 250.
Resolution urging Spirit Airlines to reconsider relocation of the Spirit Airlines crew base, sponsor Maureen Kern.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gatto and seconded by Commissioner Days. Commissioner comments. I'm going to mention a couple of things that are in the resolution. And the Spirit Airlines crew base consists of 157 employees providing economic activity and business growth to Atlantic County in conjunction with commerce associated with ACY and the FAA William J. Hughes Technical Center and the National Aerospace Research and Technology Park, which we're very much committed to. And the Board of Commissioners believes Spirit Airlines should keep its crew base at ACY because it will be mutually beneficial to the county and Spirit Airlines as the county continues to support economic development around ACY with additional businesses, educational facilities coming to ACY and the FAA and the NARTP. And our congressman has also put forward information trying to get to these students as well. Any other commissioner comments? Anybody from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Alice.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Motion carries. So that brings us, as we move along here, we have received copies of written communications and petitions. Any commissioner have anything that they would like to share? Okay, that brings us to reports of special committees. Does anybody have a special committee report that they would like to share? Okay, any unfinished business? Any new business anybody would like to bring up?
New business, Madam Chair.
New business.
Through you to Jerry, I received a phone call from Mayor, always say her name wrong, I should, Farmer. I normally say Farmer. And she was contacted by some Egg Harbor Township residents that had concerns about our bike path, the safety of our bike path. And apparently there's been some trees, I know a few years ago, you know, there was concern about over from the West Jersey end from English Creek to the Shore Mall. The trees are really high, it's hard to see inside the bike path if you're in the bike path, so there was a safety issue for a lot of people. And now there seems to be some brush that has grown within there. So the question was, what can we do to clean out some of the brush and make it more visible and safer for people that are on the bike path?
So, as you know, there's rights of way, there's some of the right of way is us, some of it is Egg Harbor Township, and some is the electric company. So, I'll have to go back in and just find out what is actually belongs to the county versus what is the townships and what is Atlantic Electric. You know that there was a tree company just went ahead and removed trees and brush, only dead trees. I mean, I had a conversation with the owner of the company. They didn't get permission to do it from the county, obviously, and they didn't get permission from, and I think they're on the DEP side, not on the Pineland side, I believe. But one way or the other, I explained to him that, you know, if he's ever going to do that again, he needs to get permission from the county. And then he also will probably need permission, depending on where he were to go, either, you know, the DEP or Pinelands. And so his brother apparently is a lawyer, and so whatever he's going to do, he told me he'd let us know in advance. But right now, we have to find out what his hours and what brush we're talking about. So you can't see, there's no doubt about it. We've had many conversations internally ourselves. How do we make that safer?
There was a conversation that came up in the advisory, the Parks and Environment Advisory Board, and we discussed possibly, none of us doesn't really speak to this issue, but just to make it safer, possibly putting, as you see on the college campuses, they have the emergency, I guess, call towers or call stations. Maybe putting those every few miles within the bike path so that if, you know, something were to happen, if anyone were to encounter an unfortunate event, you know, they wouldn't have to go too far to get help, with there not being a whole lot of, visual opportunities from the street, if that makes any sense. So maybe if we can take a look into, things that we can do to try to, make it safer and make people feel safer while they're using a bike path, in lieu of going to DEP and going to Pinelands, because we know that can be lengthy. Maybe that's something that we could possibly do to make it a little safer for them. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other new business we would like to discuss? Okay, seeing hearing none, that brings us to our public comments. And anyone attending in person that would like to speak now, a public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town you reside. If you're attending virtually and would like to make a public comment, please raise your hand. I'll call upon your name and request to unmute what you say. Please state your name and the town you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. And I just want to say, before we proceed, Mayor Sarah has graciously been given the opportunity to speak first this evening and has been afforded the courtesy of extending his time beyond the standard 3 minutes if necessary. Following the mayor's remarks, we will revert to the standard 3-minute time frame to accommodate members of the public who wish to address any issues that they may have as necessary. I kindly request that members be considerate of others and avoid repeating points that have already been addressed. And I appreciate everybody's cooperation. Mayor. Mayor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Vince Sarah, Mayor of the City of Brigantine. If I may, I don't know can you guys hear me on this?
Yes.
No.
If I may approach. So now that the microphone's on, my name is Vince Sarah, the Mayor of the City of Brigantine. I appreciate the opportunity to speak here today on behalf of our city. I'm not here to ask you to pass a resolution tonight. I'm here to ask for your help. We're facing one of the most important issues to ever face Atlantic County and to ever face Brigantine. I've known some of you guys for almost 30 years now. Some of you I'm getting to know, but I hope by now that all of you know my character. If I'm this invested in something, there's a reason. A lot of the information right now that's being shared about offshore wind isn't true. It isn't correct. It's not being shared in a way that is meaningful to people. And I've had conversations with a number of the commissioners that are here on this board. And one of the things that has come back to me, we want to help, but we need the facts. I've emailed this letter that you've received to every elected official in Atlantic County because I want people to start to know the facts about what's happening. I also put together, and with the help of my team, I also put together a resolution. And that resolution has a lot of facts and issues that really need to be addressed. I want to start off by telling you my experience with the offshore wind industry. When these projects were first introduced, there were representatives that went to all of the shore towns, and you can ask any of the elected officials that were in these meetings. What was shared at us with these meetings are not what these projects are. And I'm going to tell you, when they were first presented to us, we were told, and I kid you not, if you stacked 3 pennies on the horizon, that's all you would see. There'd be no impact, no bother, no harm. In the middle of the meeting, there was 2 lobbyists who were representing the companies. I'm going to tell you, the windmill companies themselves did not disclose this. It was the lobbyists who were representing them. In that meeting, as they're explaining the project, they let me know about if we were to write a letter of support and we were to publicly come out and say that these projects were good, that there was a grant fund that was set aside, that if there was projects or resiliency things we needed in our town, that they would gladly help pay for them. I'm going to tell you, anytime somebody's got to pay you to like their ideas, there's something wrong. I looked at both of those gentlemen. I said, you know what, fellas? I think you got the wrong guy. If you got to pay me to like your project, there's something wrong. And I started to look into this. What I found out is what they were representing wasn't really the characteristic of what these projects were going to be. But the public had no idea what was happening. So myself and a number of grassroots organizations started to look into this and started to see what these impacts are. And we started to realize that they were more detrimental, not just to the shore communities, but detrimental to all of us here in South Jersey than anybody realized. So we started to share that information. One of the things that has become very apparent is how bad these are for the ocean environment. And I'm pretty sure that all of you know my position on the environment. But unfortunately, as we get further and further away from the coast and outside of the shore towns, there's a lot of people who have told me they feel bad for the ocean environment. They feel bad for the visual impacts that are going to happen to our communities, but that doesn't have a direct effect on them. So one of the things we need to start to do is look at the economics of how these projects are going to impact us. And if you notice, and I want to point this out, anytime we've had public meetings, and I've had numerous meetings with 2 of the major developers that are out there, numerous meetings, because I wanted to understand them. I wanted to see if there's a real benefit. And if there was, I'd live with it. I'll tell you there's no real benefit. But here's what I want you to notice and pay attention. Anytime they've been asked to answer questions publicly, they refuse to do it. They've been asked by Congressman Van Drew, by Senator Palestina, by myself, and many organizations. And there's a reason. They don't want to have to defend the truth. They bury all of their facts and all of the information on these projects in the thousands of pages of documents that have been submitted to the different agencies that are responsible. But they won't answer publicly what these projects are about because they don't want to have to own up to it. And you try to ask them questions. Go into any of their meetings. They'll tell you, I'll get back to you. I don't know that answer. They refuse to answer. If you can't stand in the light on what you believe in, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Now, we're going to look at just, and I'm not going to go through my whole letter, but I want to hit a couple of the key highlights. You know, people start to talk about the economic impact. Well, one of the things, if you start to look at the impact on taxes, right now, and this is a conservative number, these windmill projects, these ocean wind turbines, are going to devalue the shore properties. They said it could be anywhere from 30 to 40%. We took a real conservative number, 13%. Just a 13% reduction in property values along the shore. That's a $2.2 billion loss in ratables. As the shore properties values drop, the rest of the county is going to have to make up the difference when it comes to the rateable basis in the county taxes. You're looking at an almost $10 million loss on the shores that is going to have to be made up by all of the other taxpayers in the county. And this is something that was very similar to the pilot. When the casinos were taken out of the rateable base of Atlantic City, taxes dropped, county taxpayers had to pay more, and the county filed multiple lawsuits in order to defend and protect the taxpayers of Atlantic County. And the biggest thing is all about tax fairness, to make sure that people are paying their fair share. And I admire that fight, and that fight is still going on today. But you're gonna see a similar situation happen when this comes out. The other thing we're looking at too is the increase to electricity. When people think of green energy or they think of windmills, they think it's free energy. It is not. Right now, it is completely unclear what the total cost of electricity is going to be. The New Jersey Rate Council has even come out and said, with all the uncertainty of this, they have no idea what impact this is going to have, and it could potentially double or triple people's electric bills. I don't know about all of you. If my electric bill doubled or tripled, I don't know that I would be able to afford it. So how do the people of our county afford this? Now, if it was going to save the planet, I can understand, spend a little more money to save the planet. But BOEM, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, even they admit that these ocean wind projects will have little to no impact on our reliance on fossil fuels. Little to none. So what are we doing this for? The other big issue too is when you talk about all of the work, and this is one of the things that I hear from a lot of commissioners and a lot of elected officials and people throughout the county, that these ocean wind projects are going to guarantee work for our union workers. And I understand why that's so attractive to so many of our people in the building trades. If you spend a little time and you start to talk to them, one of the things you find out is that, especially for South Jersey, a lot of the work is getting further and further away from home. Some of these guys are spending an hour and a half and 2 hours in the car each way just to get to work. And some of them are working so far away that they leave early Monday morning. They're staying in hotel rooms with guys they work with to come home late Friday night. So the attraction of work right here in South Jersey is important to them. And if you really get into it, they'll tell you themselves too, is one, they want to build these projects. And these giant turbines, these turbines they want to put here, they're not like the ones in the rest of the world. Like people think of the turbines, you think of the ones that ACUA has, they're about a third of the size. But when you get to these giant turbines, they're failing. They don't work. So they know they're going to build them, and then they're going to break, and it's going to be constant maintenance. But these things are full of oil, they're full of different gases, and all of that's going to end up in the ocean. Can't happen. One of the things I want you to start to think about for all of us here, every elected official, every governing body, when we do projects, we have a responsibility to pay by law prevailing wage. Think of all the union jobs that we can create. If you look at the expansion that you're doing at ACIT, and this is a project that you guys approved, it's a $50 million expansion. I know it's a little bit more than that, but I don't have the exact number. It's 100% union labor building that project. One of the things we need to do, and I think about this is about that partnership between the county, all 23 municipalities. What do we do to make sure that our union workers get a fair shot at all of that work? Because no matter who gets the work, we still pay the same. And that's something that we can do to guarantee work right here in South Jersey to start to help those building trades members. And it's something that I would like to do and I would like all of you to do. But I can't do this all by myself. And when you see all of the people, I don't know, I guess I broke it.
Maybe you ran out of time.
I ran out of time. So listen, if the battery's dead, I'm summing up anyway. I got a spare microphone. Look at that. My new favorite. All right, so we got a spare microphone. So here's what I want you to understand. This isn't about us against each other. This needs to be all of us against the problem. We can't do this all by ourselves. All of the people that are here, when they're coming to you, they're asking for your help. One of the things we want you guys to do is, one, educate yourself on the process. Educate yourself on what these projects are. If they're good, tell us what's good about them. If they're bad, stand up and fight them. Right now, Brigantine has passed a resolution. One, full opposition to these offshore wind projects. Two, we're calling on every municipality in the county to pass this resolution. We want to make sure that all of you and our county executive have the support that you need in order to do the job that we need you to do. But we can't do it alone. Educate yourself. Go out to the public. Talk to people about these projects. In 2019, Favorability for these ocean wind projects was at 80%. Rowan University just did a study on this and they just released it. It's down to 40%. People in the state of New Jersey do not want this. It's wrong, it doesn't work, and we need your help. And I'm telling you, if any of you want to help me with this, please come out and help me. Right now, I have standing offers at most municipalities in the county to come speak to their governing bodies. And they've all told me the same thing. They said, listen, we don't know what to think about these projects. Come out, educate ourselves, educate us, and let us make decisions. Come speak to our public, members of the public, so they know what's going on. And that's what we need to do. Because if we sit by and we do nothing, and these things destroy everything we know and love, destroy our economy, double our electric bills, we're going to regret it. Now is the time to take action. So you've asked for facts, you've asked for information, we're going to provide all that we can. One of the things that I think is absolutely outstanding, this is an economic study that was done by Defend Brigantine Beach. It is very professionally done. It is backed up with real data, real facts, real studies. Educate yourself. If you want to join this fight, we would certainly appreciate your help. Thank you.
I'll just leave it up here. There you go.
Switch this over. So in my school, we get weird microphones.
I'll say Good afternoon, I'm Brooks Garrison, 204 15th Street North in Brigantine. I appreciate the opportunity to be here again in front of you. As you recall, last time I was here, I handed out the report that was referenced by our proud mayor, Vincera, that included some of the facts about the economic impact. So today I'm here to give you just a brief update on our legal front. Defend Brigantine Beach does not stand alone against these offshore wind industrial power plants that are just 8.7 miles off our coast. We stand with several other groups, including Save LBI and Protect Our Coast New Jersey, as long as a group up at Green Acres up in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. We communicate and talk amongst each other, and we also have a shared interest with our lawsuits together, funding these from grassroots citizens, making donations to help do this. So I appreciate some of the folks that came to the Provenza fundraiser for Defend Brigantine Beach. Thank you very much for that. And for the opportunity to be here today, briefly, just to give you an update on the lawsuits. Again, our attorney Bruce Affron has again subpoenaed and filed against New Jersey's Appellate Court Division for the projects. This specifically addressed the issues with the DEP approvals. The approvals were inappropriate. If they read the actual findings that were submitted in the initial environmental impact statements, the DEP's application of the law and the rules was waived and approval was given. We want them to enforce the rules that exist, not new rules that we're making up, existing rules that have not been adhered to. And it's all in thousands of pages of reports that was referred to earlier. Again, it's very thick and hard to read through all the facts. So we prepared a quick summary on a handout door knocker that will be distributed throughout the county. We wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to have this, so I handed this out to you today. And it points out, and it is formatted in such a way that it addresses each of the major issues. The mayor addressed union labor in New Jersey. This does as well. We know that the technology, the development, Atlantic Shore's contract with Vistas is building these turbines in Europe. They're not being constructed here. They're designed, engineered, and being tested in Europe. The docks that came to Atlantic Shores, or Atlantic City this past month for the Orsted building that's built now across from the Golden Nugget Casino came from Europe. They couldn't even get them in. They finally got them in and implemented. These meant New Jersey jobs. I'd be 100% for it. It's bad for the environment. and it's bad for the jobs in New Jersey. Thank you for my time.
Hi, my name's Dennis Haney, 3rd Ward Councilman, Brigantine. I'm dressed down a little bit today. I just happened to see this T-shirt here that says "Home, New Jersey." It's been my home since 1980, and all of us here in this room, since all of us have loved going down to the beach. And since we were kids, that horizon has been pristine and beautiful and just unadulterated to our ocean life, other than the basic things that we do to take care of our seas. But to industrialize and basically pillage our ocean in the name of this energy that is just going to be, like Vince touched on, and everyone else has spoken about this, our rates are going to go up. I don't want to be redundant about anything. We know the bad things that have been enumerated and the things that are going to happen. We look at these companies. Ørsted was just mentioned. They're based in Denmark. Atlantic Shores is a joint venture by Shell New Energies, based in London, and also EDF Renewables, which is basically stands for Electricity Power of France, and they're based out of Paris. So that tells you a lot right there, and I think some of the things were touched on with that. And this needs to be stopped. They were going to run natural gas lines up 49 and provide run into the BL England plant, the old plant there by right by Immemore there, right up the Parkway. And that was going to be natural gas, and everything was approved. Next thing you know, there's some type of Pinelands problem, and this occurs. The stops need to be put out for it, and we need to do this in the name of all the good people of New Jersey and the people that love our beaches. And that includes all our children and all our forefathers, everybody. Thank you very much.
Councilman Lettieri, 2nd Ward, Brigantine. I just want to tell you a little story about something that I am personally found out about that many people don't know. My brother is a vice president of a large company, largest company on the East Coast that buys and sells electric power. He said there is such a glut in the state of New Jersey right now with solar power, they can't sell it off fast enough. Until they build large banks of batteries to store it, all the energy that's being produced right now that we're not using in South Jersey or in Central Jersey or in Northern Jersey is being sent north to New York State and above, okay? So we don't even see half of the energy that our solar systems on our roofs produce, okay? He also said there's no way that the ratepayers are not going to pay for this because that's part of the contract that they have that says that the ratepayers will be responsible for any costs. The other thing to think about in just simple terms, everyone here is old enough to realize brownouts, what they call brownouts, especially in the summertime when everyone's running their air conditioning. Well, last summer and the summer before, we didn't have Oyster Creek. They shut down Forked River. We didn't have BL England coal-fired plant. So we had no plants producing electricity here in the state of New Jersey. But yet we did not have brownouts. There was no shortage of electricity last summer on the hottest days because there was enough electricity being produced by solar panels on people's roofs being sold back to the electric company to take care of that. So anything that we produce out there in the ocean risk ruining our environment for is not going to do anything for the state of New Jersey. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to come forward?
My name is Sherry Lilienfeld. I live in Margate. Vince talked about the property values and the jobs, but the other part that I just wanted to mention is the tourism and how our county depends on tourism. And if these things are out there in the ocean, there have been studies, and they did it in Maryland, because it's going to affect Maryland, that 40–50% of the people that come on vacation at the Jersey Shore, at the shore, will not come anymore if there are these turbines. So think about all the people in our county who work as a result of tourism, who work in the casinos, who work in restaurants. So on top of everything else, and then these small businesses are going to close, the casinos are going to suffer, because the tourism is not going to be here. People will find someplace else to go where they don't have to see these wind turbines and listen to the noise that they make, because they do make a noise that people can hear. And then, of course, the dead marine life washing up is not helpful either. So I just want to point out that on top of the fact that it's not bringing jobs, our county is going to suffer from the tourism impact in a big way. And it's not just the people whose home values are going to depreciate because they don't have their views anymore. Everyone who supports the tourism industry is going to suffer, and that is our county. So that's all I wanted to say. So just add it to the list of negatives. And the other part is, like Vince said, if there was something positive, we would really take a pause and look at it. They're not green. You got to read their 4,000-page report where they actually admit it, but they're not green. They're not helping anything. So that's it. Thank you.
Carolyn Bucci, Northfield City Council. I am on City Council in Northfield. Tilton Road in Northfield is known as the gateway to the shore. We rely on tourism. I don't know about other municipalities, but we had a very tough time passing our budget this year. So if it's going to have an impact on our economy in Northfield, that's very concerning to me. I've invited Mayor Vince to come to Northfield to speak to my council. I'm going to be recommending that we also adopt the ordinance that Brigantine has. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Jackie Delorio. I live in Moorgate, and I'm a massage therapist, and I work mostly in Atlantic County, in Ocean County, Ocean City, Sea City, Cape May. I massage a lot of different people. Our scallop industry is hurting already because of this. In Cape May, I would routinely get a number of people who work in the scallop industry on my table, telling me about things that are going on. I don't get as many now because they don't have as much money. And when they do start telling me about things that are going on in the scallop industry, it's not good. So already this is having an impact on our fisheries, which are vital to our economy in South Jersey. The other thing I wanted to mention is I travel around a lot. I was out west last fall. I went through 10 different states. There were windmills all over. Nobody who lives near these windmills likes them. Most people complain about their electric bill going up, which they said. But the complaint that bothered me a little bit more was they have a bad effect on people's health. Now, people who are a little more susceptible to diseases, they seem to have, these windmills seem to make them even a little bit more unhealthy. I have friends who now have neurological problems. And it happened after the windmills were brought into the area, my friend in Maine. Is it a coincidence? We don't know, because the windmills are there and they're still having problems. So it's just another perspective that I want you to look at. It's already hurting the fisheries, and there are no testimonials from people who live around them. Isn't that a little bit odd? Everything else gets a review. You write to American Airlines, they send you a review. How do we do? There's no testimonials about people who live around them saying, oh, it helped my electric bill, or it helped me with this, or I don't know what else they would want to say about it. But there is no positive data coming from real people about the effects of these windmills. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eileen Barker from Atlantic City. I wanted to emphasize how Mayor Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mayor Sir was saying it's a problem. It's our problem that they come about. So I did a little history on Wikipedia say about the wind turbine. How did it come here? It's been 20 years that the wind power industry started to infiltrate our governments because they only want to make money, and they were trying. And they started out with it was with Governor Christie signed the Offshore Economic Development Act. That started, and then Governor Murphy took over and started pushing it. But with this company that's it's part owner in Atlantic Shores, it's EFT, that is like we previously said, it's the French government that is the owner of half of the company. And this company is also, now it has the person who's the CEO that is running it now is Miss Barrett, who has worked for Boeing until now, and it's like the revolving door policy that these companies have just infiltrated out. The government is getting they get the government to get all sorts of benefits in order to promote the turbines, and it's not in our interest. And I was thinking, so who owns the electricity after it's produced? And it's actually owned by the wind companies. They have to go sell it to the grid. And the owners of the turbine companies have to, right now, they don't, like it was previously said, there's not even a buyer for them right now. I just hope that we understand that it's not in our best interest to have it. Thank you.
Hi there, how are you? Linda Backus, Northfield, and from down the hallway as well. I'm really happy somebody brought up fishing. I have been really concerned about the commercial fishing industry, but also I'm just going to be really selfish. I love catching fish. We go out all the time. We have a boat at the Golden Nugget. We go to the reefs, we go to the wrecks, we go to the canyons. I've caught fish bigger than me. So I read extensively about what may or may not happen, and right now it's a big question mark. Where can I navigate my boat to? What exactly, how close can we get to these facilities? There were a couple articles about the Coast Guard, I believe, had some questions about that too. So I'm very interested because it's not only my pastime that I love, and we go out fishing in December. This is tourism area, and there's tons of people who bring their boats down from New York, North Jersey, Pennsylvania, wherever. So I'm really curious about what we can and cannot do, because quite frankly, if I can't take my boat and I've got to circumnavigate around these things way the heck far, and you know what gas prices are like. It's not easy putting diesel in a twin Yanmar engine right now. It's expensive. So I would love some clarity, and I think everybody who owns a boat would love some clarity. I mean, I feel for the commercial fishermen. I have property in Cape May County, and I very well understand the impact that they're going through as well, and potentially. So I appreciate it. That was kind of my focus today. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to address the board on any issues?
I have a completely different issue that I'd like to bring up, so change of pace. My name's Carolyn Rush. I'm actually not even from Atlantic County. I'm from Cape May County. I was contacted by a friend, Kathleen Gadd, and she reached out to me about the Veterans Cemetery. She's concerned about the renaming of it. Has that been finalized, the renaming of the cemetery? Was there any opportunity for input from stakeholders like families of veterans that are buried there? I didn't hear, no, there was no opportunity
County
for,
property. No, there was no.
okay. Because she's concerned about the fact that when people go to look for relatives, they look for the county that they're buried in, and if the name is not Atlantic County Cemetery, that people won't be able to find them. And she was suggesting that it's something that she had hoped that stakeholders being families of veterans would have been given an opportunity to voice an opinion about it. So I told her I would come and bring it up. Is there any chance that it would be reconsidered?
Oh, yeah. It'll be a Richard E. Squires Veteran Cemetery in Atlantic County. I mean, that's what, we're working through now, the entrance, so.
Her suggestion was that that something else there be named Squires, like the visitor center, or if there's a museum or something, but that the cemetery itself retain the name Atlantic County Veteran Cemetery. Any chance of that happening?
I'll have to talk to the county executive about that, but
Okay.
I can tell you what's been discussed, so.
Yeah, and she said that there's a group called TAPS that she's involved with, people that come and play at the veterans' burials, and they reached out to her and told her that the name was changing. And she was upset about it, and she just wanted to know if there was anything that could still be done. So I told her I would come here and bring it up and make sure that at least you guys know that there is concern by, family. She talked to some other family members, her family members and others, and said that it's something that a number of people are upset about. So if there's anything that can be done about it, how could I get word to her? Will there be open discussion about it, or?
It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah, we've already voted on that.
Cemetery wouldn't be there without Richard Squires.
Yeah, I understand that, and she wasn't saying that his name should not be associated with something at the cemetery, but that she wants it to remain Atlantic County Veterans Cemetery. So that's a no. Okay, I'll let her know. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not quite sure if we said the Richard E. Squires Veteran Cemetery at Atlantic County, I'm not quite sure what we're missing here. Atlantic County is Atlantic County. I mean,
Atlantic County Veterans Cemetery is how people look for it.
Right, so if we said the Richard E. Squires Veteran Cemetery,
Her
Atlantic County.
concern is that people won't be able to find it. People that are looking for their deceased relatives
Okay.
won't be able to find it because it'll have a different name than what it has been named all along.
Okay.
So there is a concern from family members of deceased veterans. I thought that they should be taken into consideration. I'm not one of them. I have no one buried there. I just told this woman that I would speak up for her on her behalf. She's disabled and couldn't be here herself.
Thank you.
I am one of them. I have both my parents are there. I understand what you're saying when something's renamed. But if Atlantic County, I believe if Atlantic County is a part of the name, even the search, you hit the search Atlantic County, it should come up. That's something we can try.
Okay, I'll let her know that. Thank you.
It's also county park.
Right. County Park. Well, I guess her suggestion was that something else be named after Squires. And it could be the park, it could be, whatever. But, okay, thank you.
No, thank you for your comments. Is there anyone else that would like to address the board in regard to any issues?
Ann H. Phillips, also a resident of Brigantine and a supporter of Defend Brigantine Beach and the Down Beach Alliance. It is inconceivable to me that this board, representing the people of Atlantic County, has up to this point been rather dismissive of this issue and given the impression that either it's hopeless, don't bother, we can't do anything about it, or it doesn't have any implications for the future of this county. So we're here again because we believe that you do have an obligation to discuss this, make a decision, and realize the implications of having those termites off our coast. Now, thanks to work done by Defend Brigantine Beach, and the city and the work and leadership given by Mayor Sarah. Your homework has been done for you. You have received copies of all the studies that have been made, and the facts that when this subject is brought up are frequently either ignored or people are not interested in them. It isn't just a question of the whales. We started with the whales, but we've gone far beyond that, done a lot of research, and have presented that report to you. And at this point, I think the county needs to get busy and do something and take a position, because these things have a momentous effect on our future. Perhaps if you don't have vision, you can't see that. But this is something you need to look at the future and see what it does and have a harm that it does. And the fact that it does not reduce the negative or increase the negative or reduce the negative effect concerning climate change. That fact is a fact. So we're here again to ask you to look at the work that's been presented to you. You thanked us once, Mrs. Kern, about the information. But you all didn't do that work. You didn't study this. And you have an obligation to us, all the people of this county, to look at it and get the truth, because the truth is there. But people behind us don't want the people to know what the truth is. And to look into the future also as to what alternatives there are. You can be a leading county in the state for doing this job, and you should be, since it's off our coast. So please, ladies and gentlemen, do your job. It's being done at this point by people in local groups, but you're the government. There are things that you can do that we can't do, and you have power that we don't have. So listen to the people and take action. Thank you.
Do we have anybody out in the public that would like to come forward? Is there anyone else? Okay, we're going to close this portion of... Is there anybody online?
No.
Okay, so we're going to close the public portion at this time, and I do want to say a couple things. We are closed for public, so I want that to be noted. This board is doing things, okay? Yeah, so please don't take us that we're being indifferent to your concerns. We do a lot. There's quite a bit going on in our background trying to get some specific numbers out there. If you're doing that, it's a lot of work. We're not getting a lot of answers, but that's being done by, numerous members of this commission. We had two recent resolutions in 23, 99 and 350, where we addressed the need for more information and review and determine the impact off our shores. So those two were done then. We also had a resolution done, Resolution 371, where the county has also taken issue with the state ignoring local rule on planning, zoning, and infrastructure. So it can force unwanted projects on local communities through resolution and against legislation giving BPU power to override local control. So those are the things that we have done. We have done resolutions. We are going to look at one of them because we did have a time frame on it. It is going to our Public Health and Environment Committee, which Commissioner Risley chairs. So it's going to that. It'll come back to the board to review once they come up with theirs, and we'll, continue to do what we are doing. And like I said, we say many times at our meetings, we have a lot of things going on committee, but we are searching for the information. There's a number of us out there. We are trying to get answers. We support our senator, our assembly representatives, as well as our county executive on the positions that they have taken. And honestly, we got to get to the governor. We got to get to the governor and we got to get to the president, because these are the ones that are trying to fast track this. It's not us. We support, these things, and we're trying to get what we can done at our level. We've done it before. It's gone on deaf ears. It has to get to our governor, and it has to get to the President of the United States. to fast track it.
I just have a question, if I could, Madam Chair, to Vince, Mayor Sarah. Another entity has been very, very quiet, and I know you've done a lot of research and have talked to a lot of people. Has Exxon or Atlantic State Electric taken any position on this whatsoever?
Not that I'm aware of.
Same thing, you've heard dead silence from them, right? Even though, you know, we're basically making more electricity than we can use and getting rid of it to other states, we're not hearing anything from them at all.
No, not hearing that.
Okay.
But
If you hear
what-
anything,
Oh, well, one of the things
if
that,
you get a chance to question them, whatever, at any of your meetings, you know, through the different groups that you're involved in, please update me.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Well,
So
excuse me,
please,
it
no,
says,
we're
it says
out
in
of, now we're out
the
of
intestate.
public's comment, I'm sorry. But please, we're not indifferent to this. We are doing things. If people are out there saying we're not, that is not the truth.
Madam Chair, if I need to, Commissioners, has a date been set for a kind of a committee meeting to discuss this?
No, if not, I mean, I'm not gonna, if not, I would like to sit in if possible if other commissioners unable to attend.
Okay. No date's been set.
Okay, yeah, just keep me in mind if someone's unable to attend.
Yeah, we all have our own personal opinions about this topic. And I have my own. I don't want to have that colored the resolution that we're going to come back with. But I look at this topic from many different angles. I don't believe that there'll be any local people hired. I believe that they'll bring in people from other areas that have a certain skill set to be able to do this kind of specialized work. So the argument about local people, I just don't see it. You know, in the newspaper recently, in the editorial section, the Congressional Budget Office was talking about our country's deficits and our financial future. And the Congressional Budget Office, which is nonpartisan, made the statement that, well, the way we're going is simply not sustainable. And this boondoggle of spending this kind of money on machines out in the ocean that are going to need constant maintenance, it's an expense that's just not going to go away. The expense is always going to be there. And I think our best hope is that we get a regime change in the White House and then a regime change in the state legislature and the governor. So that's how I look at it. I look at it not just locally, but I also look at it from a macroeconomic approach to this thing. I mean, putting windmills in water, in ocean,
Salt water.
salt
water.
I think it's
Yeah.
absolutely dumb. Now, we have windmills that are ACUA. I believe we have five. There are five there. Five windmills. Not in water.
Not in water.
And of course, they generate, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry, 80% of the electricity that's used for that facility. 80%, not 100%, but 80%. I mean, it's something, and but they're on the ground. They're on the ground. That's the big difference. So, yeah, and you know, PSE&G, the North Jersey Utility Company, they decided, I think it was about a year ago, to sell their interest in Orsted.
Yep.
So they saw it was a loser. So when a large utility company bails and sells out their interest in a wind company, that speaks volumes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that ends our public comments here, and I'm going to anything for the good of the order. I would like everybody to note that we do have an Atlantic County new website. Some people were finding what we're trying to get on today, but it's up and running at www.atlanticcountynj.gov. Does anybody else have anything else?
Just wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also like to say happy Teacher Appreciation Week, which is going on right now with all our teachers. And apparently it's Happy Nurses Week as well, so we're sharing with our nurses. Teachers are like
Also
nurses.
National Drinking Water Week. I don't know.
Drinking Water Week. And last week was Principals Week.
to all of those folks. I appreciate drinking tequila week. And working with people, it's not an easy gig. So.
Thank you. Okay. I'll
Oh,
entertain.
one last thing. Happy birthday to my wife. I
really just have birthday and all our best, and hopefully our Commissioner Corsi will be on the bench shortly. Okay, take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Made by Commissioner Gatto, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. All those in favor? Thank you all for being here.